Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to It's Obvious Gaming. My name's Garrett Drake, and today we're reacting to the Red Dead Redemption 2 official gameplay video part 2. I'm very excited, of course. The game's so close, less than a month away. Let's see what we have in store. Damn fool!
With Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar Games has set out to create its most ambitious open-world experience to date. It is an epic tale of outlaw life that seamlessly blends story with action.
All right, brother.
Let's go, quick!
And exploration
Oh, that's
with
so
choice,
beautiful.
all under the constant threat of danger. The world is full of adventures and experiences that you discover naturally
Hey, hold it right there!
as you move fluidly from one moment to another.
Gentlemen, you all know what to do.
Arthur can undertake a wide array of nefarious activities with his fellow gang members. Some are large-scale heists,
Ooh.
Come on!
while others are more personal. Let's go!
Come on.
Come on now.
You can rob a train, passerby, or a coach.
Anyone inside there?
Hold up a store, burgle a house, or go loan sharking.
Here for money. Where is he?
Or you can simply go off and explore alone, if you're feeling brave enough. The countryside, towns, and frontier are full of rival gangs and outlaws. Each different, but all of them deadly.
How's that
Brutal.
score you stole off us?
Which one?
In this rapidly civilizing world, lawmen are cunning, whether tracking known outlaws or investigating a crime scene.
Mother have mercy.
Now, I'm not a fellow to pass a quick judgment, but I know you don't hire a saint to catch a sinner.
Get a price on your head,
Cannot
and
get over that
bounty
lighting.
hunters will track you down. Arthur must always be prepared to defend himself against whatever is thrown at him. The Deadeye system has been expanded and will progress in stages, allowing you to slow time, paint targets,
Gnarly, dude.
and see critical or fatal points of your enemies. How and when you use it is up to you.
I'm blown away at
Your
how good this looks.
experience is
Graphically,
defined by the
just
choices and
that
decisions you
alone.
make for Arthur.
Thank you, sir.
You can, of course, choose what to wear, ride, eat, and which guns to carry. Shave, bathe, or don't. It's up to you. Red Dead Redemption 2 is full of things to
Caked
do.
in shit. Daggum cattle! That looks fun. Do a bit of fishing, a bit of poker. I still don't know how to play poker. I'm 25 years old. I'm a bit embarrassed to admit that. Dancing, chop wood. What game is this? Dice? That knife
There are
game? Ooh.
countless secrets to uncover.
Oh, the
and
knife
people to
game?
meet. You can get into raucous altercations, take in a show,
That's cool.
chase down bounties, fight
That's
a
what I'm
duel,
into.
and a lot more.
Oh,
Careful
man.
out there. This is nasty country.
Your behavior has consequences, and people will remember you and your actions.
Son of a bitch.
You can also experience the game in first person.
That is amazing. Being able to play the entirety in first person. I'm more of a third person guy when it comes to Rockstar, but from what I've heard, first person's excellent in this game.
Or take in the world with new cinematic cameras for some stunning views. The result is a world that is deep.
Man, that is
teeming with
so
life,
awesome.
And very menacing.
This world has its consolation.
Wow. Entirely from in-game footage. God bless him, boy. God bless him. Well, to say the very least, as I said with the previous reaction video, graphically this game is truly stunning, considering it's not even going to be on PC at launch, and it looks that good on, I assume, PlayStation 4 Pro and also Xbox One X. We'll see how the standard versions hold up. Thankfully, I have a Pro, and that is what I will be playing on. In less than a month, I'm losing my mind Now, what's interesting is they don't mention half of the stuff we recently learned through all the media outlets that got to preview it for about 2 hours with Rockstar in New York, and a lot of those details truly astounded me, all the different stories people were sharing from their experiences. And they touched on some of that, like the bathing and the shaving and carrying a certain amount of weapons, your own specified loadout, the clothing you wear, the food you eat, the activities you can engage in. Some of that was mentioned in the media stuff as well, but seeing it in action, it's just so cool to behold, and just it's hard to wrap your mind around everything you can possibly do in the game. I mean, the setting alone is so beautiful. All the different settings, the cities, the countrysides, the vistas, the weather types, seeing all the different creatures interact with Arthur around the world, all the different gangs that you can encounter, especially if you go off on your own and can be robbed, essentially, or get in a fight and use that Deadeye system that looks very exciting, as always. Getting in plenty of duels, pretending like I know how to play poker, though I've revealed to you I have no idea how to play it. Fishing, of course. Man, it's just so much to think about. I mean, I'm a big fan of Rockstar's physics. I've always been a fan of physics in games in general, but especially Rockstar's have always been my favorite. So seeing them shoot some guys and them falling over in those realistic ways is always cool. The heist will be cool, robbing trains. I'm interested to see how in depth that actually goes, especially with robbing banks. Now, I know we heard not too long ago that headline that some GameStop employees fell asleep at the conference when Rockstar showed off a bank heist, but the silver lining of that story was that it had been a long day and people were tired or something. They said it was boring, or some of them were bored by it, but to me it sounds awesome. I'm fine with it being slow and, in a sense, monotonous considering the time period. I imagine you can only rob a bank so quickly, I'm not sure, but yeah, the bank heist, train robberies, what else is in here? Of course, all the characters look really interesting too, and I like how the lawmen will hunt you to the ends of the earth if you commit a crime. It feels very realistic. You can't just murder someone and always get away with it, which is pretty cool, and they won't just forget. So I like that they'll hunt you and bounty hunters will come after you. I like the sense that not only can you complete bounties and go searching for guys, but you can have bounties put on you. And I don't know if this is going to be the case in the game, but as detailed as this game seems to be, I'd imagine if there's a bounty on you and you go into town, there are posters of you posted for people to hunt you down. I think it'd be so cool, especially if multiple bounty hunters come after you. Yeah, but some of my favorite shots from this gameplay in particular are just the moonlight breaking through the trees of the swamp and everything. Just looks so awesome. Reminds me a lot of Hunt Showdown. And that's kind of a running joke in our community, if you're new here, is that I talk about Hunt Showdown too much. But the lighting reminds me of Crytek's lighting, and it looks gorgeous. Especially The Witcher 3 is what it reminds me of. Yeah, these shots in the rain and the mud and these old towns and everything looks cool too. So much exploration. This game's so massive considering how long it's been in development and how many people have worked on it, poured their souls into it. It truly looks like it's going to be a masterpiece, and I have so much faith in Rockstar to deliver with this. It's even beyond what I ever imagined a Red Dead sequel to be, too. Man, the mountains look so cool. Yeah, the cinematic camera, too, is very brief how they talk about you can switch to the cinematic camera, but it looks like a classic Western, like a Clint Eastwood film, riding through the canyons. It's really cool to see. I like how you have that old-timey camera, too. You can actually take photos in the game. And we were talking about on the podcast recently, I think it'd be cool if it actually looked like photos that were taken at the time and not high quality. Now, in a video game sense, maybe they can have both options, and maybe it'll be just a filter to have like the old-timey photo, and of course you can have photo mode as in-depth as, say, Horizon or God of War, or more recently with Spider-Man. So many stories will be told through different experiences in this game. I think that's the majesty and the beauty and the accomplishment of this game, is what seems to be, not only through the media stories we heard recently, but all of us that will be playing it, to culminate all of our own stories and experiences, even if they're like bite-sized, that we're all going to have I mean, we'll have similar experiences, of course, in terms of the story and the characters we encounter, but depending on decisions we make and the way we choose to interact with this world and the way it reacts to us playing it, there's so many different stories that will be told, and that's what I'm excited to hear. Is in the game sense, you can sit around a campfire and listen to NPC stories from around the world, but then think about all the stories we as a community and as fans of the game will share with each other. And that's just a taste. That's just the open world of the main story in the game that we can look forward to. Then imagine what comes with Red Dead Online, which I'm sure we'll hear about in a future video, or of course shortly after launch. That's exciting to speculate on. There's one other thing I wanted to mention. What was it? First person mode, that's what it was. Obviously, we knew they added that to Grand Theft Auto 5 later on, I think when they ported it to, or upresed it and everything to PS4 and Xbox One at the time, and even PC later. I liked it. I think a lot of people liked it. Obviously, it was tacked on and wasn't built from the ground up for the game, but they've seemingly developed Red Dead from the start with first person and third person in mind. Now, I am more of a third person guy when it comes to open world RPGs. I mean, it's like an this is weird. It's like an open world action RPG sim in a way with all the different things you can do. But I will definitely dabble in first person because it looks awesome, and I love that that's included too. So I'm gonna scrub through it a little bit more, make sure I'm not missing anything, but for the most part, I think we've covered everything they showed off in this video. I want to add, if for whatever reason you are a newcomer to It's Obvious Gaming, my name's Garrett. I'm one of 3 gentlemen who run the channel. We co-host a weekly podcast and occasionally do Let's Plays for games that are coming out, especially this fall with Spider-Man, Red Dead, Call of Duty. A couple that we will be playing and putting out content for, but the main gist of me saying this is that we co-host a weekly podcast. Our new episode came out today, if you're watching this today, on October 1st. It is all about our hype for Assassin's Creed Odyssey launching later this week on the 5th. Pretty pumped for that. But more recently, just last week, we discussed our hype for Red Dead 2, and we will be doing again on the follow-up episode this coming Monday. But just recently, we talked about all the media stories that they shared when they went to that preview event. So if you're interested in hearing us talk about Red Dead in depth for about 30 to 45 minutes, you can check out that episode, or the new Assassin's Creed episode that launched today, or you can join us on Twitch, usually daily at 8 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/itsobviousgaming. All that information is found in the description below. The podcast episodes are available on the end screen of this video as soon as it ends, so we encourage you to check those out and comment down below on anything you have to say about Red Dead. I imagine if you're watching this video, you intend on playing it. I look forward to joining you potentially online in Red Dead Online and scavenging the Wild West together. It'll be exciting. We can ride horses, we can fish, we can pretend to play poker, we can rob banks together. I used to have an albino buffalo in Red Dead Online, or the original Red Dead Redemption Online. I named him Joshua, so I intend to do the same in this game if they have albino buffalo. That's besides the point. Again, my name's Garrett. This is It's Obvious Gaming. If you enjoyed the reaction video, please give it a like, subscribe for more, and join us every single week on the It's Obvious podcast. Catch you again very soon.
Step in front of a runaway train, just to feel alive.